accents. Are you ready, sir?
I'm so ready. Let's go. It's going to be GT P-Wing versus AeroLink.
Oh, man. And look, the 8 days old tag, because AeroLink, the secret character, has been revealed to be none other.
Rosalina
Or
and
6
Luma.
days. 6 days, even shorter.
Not even a week.
Wow. About a week ago. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do
All
it.
right.
Let's not quote Bobby Shmurda ever again on
Honestly,
stream.
after seeing it, I'm not surprised that this is his character.
It makes sense.
He's like, let me play this character that I can be slow and methodical with, and then punish the heck out of people.
And not only that, who is his doubles partner?
Iggy. He's got that practice with the Rosamane. Probably the best Rosamane here.
Well, he's going to be squaring off against P-Wing's Sheik.
No.
And P-Wing, like you mentioned before, so calm, so calculating. He's a player who thinks about every single action that he takes, and he is so good at getting those reads on point. And he's going to need that. He's going to need to be very cerebral, figuring out ways to weave around Luma to get straight to Rosalina and ensure that he can put as much punishment on AeroLink as quick as possible.
Oh yeah, this matchup is supposedly the one reason Rosalina might not be the best character in the game, because Sheik is supposed to win. But right now, it looks like AeroLink is saying, I don't care about matchup charts. I care about beating my opponents because I'm better.
And so far, AeroLink's doing a pretty solid job, about a 30% difference between these two players, but it's so early on the game. That dash attack almost took Luma off the stage.
Right. That's such a strong tool to get rid of Luma, as well as your forward airs. So basically, she can just continue doing Sheik things, and eventually Luma will just fly away.
And especially with the dash attack, keep in mind that Luma does not have a shield, which
Right.
means you can use that dash attack, and you can very well, more likely than not actually clip Luma, even if you whiff on Rosalina.
There he got the forward air, because once Luma's in tumble, there's nothing she can do.
And look, AeroLink right now, he doesn't even want to play. He knows that he's at his strongest when Luma is available, but this is P-Wing's exact time to exert pressure. He has about 13 seconds total as soon as Luma disappears.
Right, and that's why in this matchup, you might see the Rosalina start off strong, but then as soon as Luma goes away, that's when the Sheik main really will just like pop off.
I was expecting, honestly, a fair after that up smash. Would have been.
That was such a nice sweet spot on the Luma. Get out of here!
Another nice dash tag, but
oh my goodness, that was terrifying. He just jumped and flew off the stage.
You know, how do you feel about how P-Wing is kind of dealing with Luma? Because it seems like he's at times tunnel visioned on Rosalina,
right,
preventing himself from getting some early confirms on Luma.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like Ice Climbers in Melee. You want to get rid of Nana, but sometimes you keep hitting her and you're like, oh, I got to stop before Popo comes in and hits me with a giant club.
That's a really good point. And look, speaking of points, needles into bouncing fish. Landed
Solid
right
combo.
on the mark. Oh, yeah.
One of the classics.
Oh, barely with the up air. And look.
And he wasn't paying attention to Luma down there.
That's the problem, right? If you get too laser focused on Rosalina, you leave Luma out of the picture, it can come back to haunt you.
You're absolutely right. That was definitely a case of the tunnel vision from P-Wing. He was like, I just really want to get this up air. Fell directly on top of Luma.
And that, like we said before, that's the key interaction for this matchup. How is P-Wing going to weave around Luma?
How does he get rid of Luma? And then how does he capitalize on the patterns that this Rosalina has when Luma's gone?
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Was that 2 jabs into an up smash?
My mind is blown.
But look at P-Wing answering right back. Bouncing Fish is going to take that stock from AeroLink, and we're down to 1 stock apiece, just
Very
over
close.
3 minutes.
Yeah. So, I mean, not much has changed since the start of this game. It's just like, they'll both go in and get a bunch of damage. It's just what matters is who gets that last confirm. And right now, the matchup in this versus Sheik and Rosalina is usually, can you get rid of Rosalina? Or can you get rid of Luma? And right now, it looks like AeroLink has just kind of adapted a little bit. He's letting his Luma stay.
It's that patience. That patience is proving so tricky. And look the way that he's just keeping Luma right there, getting all of that coverage on the ledge, especially with how he's spaced overall.
Now, Iggy has told me about that setup. It covers everything except for jump from the ledge. And that is slow enough that you can just stop jabbing and react.
Oh, wow.
It's such a strong setup. It's just hard to set up.
Talk about being caught between a rock and a star place. P-Wing gonna need to figure out some kind of a way in. Set of Fears is gonna make this a little bit closer, but still.
Oh my God!
The pop-off!
That was such a good... He waited for that air dodge, and AeroLink was just like, you know what? For a read that far into the future, you deserve it. Let me give it to you. I'm going to smack my L button real hard.
I apologize to the headphone users.
Yeah.
But that
Rest
was
in peace, headphone.
incredible!
That was such a good... He was far behind. Rosalina was at like 71. But the rage with the charge on the up smash into the sweet spot on one of the lightest characters in the game sent her skyrocketing.
And skyrocketing is the best word, honestly, to describe that. What a strong finish from P-Wing.
That's how you know that P-Wing is such a strong player, because he had the mental fortitude to continue in that match when he was far behind.
Yeah, he knew. You know what? I might be far behind, but I'm definitely not down and out. I just need this one opening, and he capitalized perfectly.
Exactly. And now we're going into this game. Ooh, but that time, normally I think forward throw bouncing fish is a safe enough move to use, but it looks like not against Rosalina and Luma, because the Luma at low percent will be able to hit you when you're coming back.
Another thing that P-Wing's going to need to take note of.
Ooh. And that's the other thing about this matchup, is her recovery has no hitbox.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice... Oh! Is that low enough?
Oh my god.
Wow! AeroLink answering right back.
So normally, it's Sheik getting the edge guard on Rosalina, because it's such an easy... Or not super easy, but it's usually a pretty easy up B to edge guard.
You don't have to worry about a hitbox because it doesn't have one.
Exactly, you just got to keep hitting her. And then Sheik can stay out there for so long that usually Luma eventually is going to miss one of those tanks. But we saw the reverse of that with Rosalina with a solid down air.
Ooh, another down air. P-Wing need to snap onto the ledge, and AeroLink is right there waiting for him. Nair catching him off guard. Still
solid. He didn't go for the ledge because he probably expected P-Wing to know where he was going, maybe go for a ledge trump or something like that. He knew it was safe to go all the way over there.
Oh, man. AeroLink seriously continuing to extend this lead. Both these players,
my goodness.
I love the way that they play overall in the sense that they're not.
Oh my god,
they're not
bouncing fish Luma.
Yeah, bouncing fishing Luma. That's one way to do it. But you notice that they don't just throw out smash attacks willy-nilly. Even AeroLink, they're throwing out that F smash. He knew that was going to connect.
Right. They wait until they figure out the habits of the other player, and then they capitalize.
Oh, and look at P-Wing trying to capitalize with that bouncing fish, but AeroLink somehow just barely avoiding it. 125%. All P-Wing needs at this point is a single up air, I'd say.
I would say so. He can probably combo into it.
Don't be surprised if we can expect one of those grabs, but with Luma there, it's going to be that much more difficult.
Exactly. Now, even down throw, it feels like it would have a little bit of a hitbox, but that won't stop Luma. He's got to be fast on his feet. But at this percent, because Luma is based on how much hit stun Rosalina is in, at this percent, a down throw, I think that he would be able to jump before Luma would hit him. Ooh, just needling Luma there.
Such intense
That
movement.
was...
Wow.
He probably wanted to hit Luma there because he knew if he hit any shield or anything, he was dead.
Yeah. And AeroLink, easy perfect shield into up smash. Making
Really
this
solid.
one apiece. Yeah, one apiece.
Man, my mind's still reeling after that hard read from the last game.
And two great
that
reads.
But now AeroLink just brought it back. He also has that just great mental strength. He came back, was that 2-0?
I think it was a
two-stock. Yeah,
if I remember correctly. And a lot of that honestly dealt with the fact that P-Wing in that entire game took out Luma one time.
Yeah.
One time, and that was very much in the late game.
That will define this matchup. Is the reason that Sheik is supposed to be so good in this matchup is because she has so many tools to deal with Luma. But if you're not using those tools to deal with Luma, then it doesn't matter how good the matchup is. You're not playing it right.
Yeah. And you know, Sheik obviously has an excellent combo game, but right there you saw Luma interrupting that set of F tilts, making it that much more difficult.
It just reminds me of most characters with a frame 3 nair, you go for slightly different combos as Sheik. Well, you have to go for even weirder combos against Rosalina.
That was so interesting from P-Wing, using that grenade just to push off Luma far enough.
I feel like he's been going for that.
Oh, heartbreaker for AeroLink. He throws that stock away so early.
And with only 35% on P-Wing, this is going to be a rough mountain to climb.
I mean, I know that Rosalina and Luma can get some pretty early percentage KOs, not only with those down airs like we saw in Game 2, but also with some well-placed up smashes.
Oh yeah, and even up air will kill at crazy high percents.
Especially now that we have a platform.
Yes. Probably an up throw on that platform would just be really, really rough for Sheik to deal with. But I feel like that grenade setup Ewing has probably been going for this whole set, because he's been going for those grenades, and I've been wondering, like, what are you trying to cover? I mean, it's pretty good against Rosalina and Luma because, again, they have the upbeat that's super predictable, so he's maybe covering a spot. But I think he knew this whole time, it's like, all right, if I just knock away Luma with this, that'll be easy. Ooh, good falling up air, but he didn't get the grab.
He has some time, so he's going to be charging up those needles. He knows how to play this game against AeroLink. He knows that AeroLink is going to be playing very patiently. He's not just going to rush in there. So he's going to take some space, charging up some needles, because he knows they have enough knockback to the point where maybe when the damage is a little higher on Luma, it might be pretty effective to start creating some of those tumbles.
Yep, and even if it doesn't, it'll do enough damage so that Luma will just run out of HP.
Ooh, up throw. And really smart by P-Wing. He wants to avoid that up air follow-up, so he's going to bounce and fish immediately.
Very solid. That's another reason that, again, this matchup should be pretty solid for Sheik, because normally the up air is such a huge bane of other characters' existences. But Sheik has that easy escape option. I don't have to worry about the air dodge versus the jump, 50-50. I can just bounce and fish away.
How was AeroLink?
Oh my goodness, did you see a shield?
Ooh, that was
Luma's
big.
dead.
Luma's gone.
Ran out of HP.
But he gets the back throw. Not quite enough. AeroLink really
see a down
struggling.
Oh
my!
He read the air dodge, but he mistimed it, and then he got eaten alive by that upbeat.
What an explosive ending to an overall excellent stock.
That was insane.
That was an amazing set. That was a great set, but still, for a day 6
Rosalina, that was super close, especially in her hardest matchup.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.